What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Next Gen Geek. I'm your host Darius, and in this video we have quite a lot to discuss about. So recently Marvles Avengers, the war table, recently just ended, and let's just say a whole lot of news came out. And I know other YouTubers have pretty much covered this, but for me, I'm going to be covering this now since Wi-Fi is kind of back up and I'm feeling good, I'm feeling better. So I know that I had quite a long break from this and I barely started, but hopefully this can reignite the flame, reignite the spark in me continuing to do this. So without further ado, we're just going to get into one of the topics that I haven't really seen a lot of people actually discuss about, and this is about Modok. So we know as far as the story that Modok is one of the main villains, and I'll probably do a separate video as to who the other main villain could possibly be. But for right now, Modok is the main villain. It's one of the main villains, and when you watch the story trailer, they actually say a key word that he was affected by the Terrigen, or essentially he was a victim of A-Day. Now the question is, we don't know to what extent, but we see that his head and his brain is growing, Eventually he will look like the Modok that we all know and love from the comics. So my question is he actually an Inhuman? So if you're not aware of Inhumans are essentially, they have dormant, basically a dormant like power lying within, and something that needs them to awaken them essentially. So they typically use Terrigen Mist or Terrigen Crystals, as they so call it, and as we see in the A-Day demo as well as in the war table, that the Terrigen Crystal is key and it creates Inhumans, and AIM and Modok, they want to get rid of them. Really, they're saying they want to secure them, but let's face it, they really don't. So essentially, I'm thinking that, okay, if he's a victim of A-Day, he must have been affected in some way, and I'm assuming that he's probably an Inhuman instead of an actual sort of, I guess, his comic book counterpart of being, you know, a technological advanced creature, person. So I'm wondering, could his powers derive actually from the Terrigen crystals? So essentially he's actually an Inhuman. And it raises a lot of questions, because it's like, if he is, then of course typically Modok in comics and everything, he's always served someone else. He's never really the true leader and true enemy for anyone. I mean, he kind of is to a certain extent, but also at the same time he's not, and he's always serving someone else. That's just sort of the cycle he's always been in, and I can see them doing the same thing for Marvels Avengers. Question is, who's the big main villain? And I have a theory that some form of Kree will be involved, but also, is Modok an Inhuman? Because they said he's affected just like how Kamala Khan and other people are affected from the Terrigen Crystal and the Terrigen Wave. So that's the real question, and I want to kick it to you guys. Do you think he could possibly be an Inhuman, or did the Terrigen just have a negative reaction to him, causing his brain to grow, and giving him powers, or really the scientific experiments done to him to sort of keep him alive is what's giving his powers? So I want to kick it to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he's an Inhuman instead, and he actually has the powers come from his dormant thing inside? Basically, I know it sounds weird, but do you actually think he is an Inhuman instead? So again, this is Next Gen Geek. There's going to be more content coming now that Wi-Fi is fixed. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, shout out to me, text me, DM me, follow me to get more news from here, and of course my most honest and unbiased opinion, or at least try to be unbiased as I can, because let's face it, we all have a weak spot for certain things. My weakness is DC. No matter what, I'm a DC fanboy, but I do see flaws in what they do some of the time. But anyway, like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more content, and hit that notification bell so that way you stay up to date. And of course, like, share it to your friends, share it to people who may be interested, and maybe let's start this discussion. Could Modok actually be an Inhuman instead? And again, I'll see you guys in the next video.